Hello, myself Saurabh Noskor, Assistant Professor of Chemistry at Gargi Memorial Institute of Technology. In my previous lecture, I discussed about atomic and molecular structure lecture 1. Today I will discuss second lecture of atomic and molecular structure. What are the roles of silicon and germanium in a semiconductor? In pure state, germanium is a very poor conductor of electricity. However, due to doping of impurities, germanium exhibits semiconductivity. Doping of small amount of group 13 or group 15 elements improves their electronic conductivity appreciably. In tetravalent germanium, all four outer electrons are utilized for the formation of covalent bond. Now check here. If a pentavalent element like arsenic, antimony or bismuth is incorporated in the tetravalent germanium crystal, then the 4 electron of this pentavalent antimony will be utilized in the formation of covalent bond with germanium, and the remaining electrons will be free to move this one, thus induces an enhanced conductivity. Now, and here current is carried out by these negatively charged electrons. That's why this type of semiconductor is called n-type semiconductor. And check here. If a trivalent element like boron or aluminium is incorporated into germanium or silicon crystal, then the 3 electrons of this trivalent atom will be utilized in the formation of covalent bond with germanium, and one bond means this bond remains incomplete as the site is occupied by missing electron, or you can say this site is occupied by positively charged holes, because here one electron is absent, because boron having 3 electrons, 3 electrons already used by forming this 3 covalent bond, so one electron will be absent in this bond, so we can say this is a positive holes. Okay. Now at normal temperature, one valence electron from neighboring this germanium atom may have sufficient energy to migrate into the hole. One electron can come here. Consequently, a new hole will be formed on the germanium atom. Thus, current will be carried out by this transfer of positively charged holes. That's why this type of semiconductor is called p-type semiconductor. Now, my second question is, write short note on molecular orbital theory. You can also say MOT. MOT means molecular orbital theory. To overcome the limitation of valence bond theory, scientists Hund and Mulliken put forward a new theory to explain formation of covalent bond, known as molecular orbital theory. Now, the silent feature of molecular orbital theories are atomic orbital overlap to form new orbital called molecular orbital. See, these two are atomic orbital, they will overlap to form two molecular orbital. Okay. Now my second point is, the number of molecular orbital formed is equal to the number of atomic orbital combined. Check here. The number of, here 2 atomic orbital overlap to form 2 molecular orbital. So same number, 2 atomic orbital combined to form 2 molecular orbital. Now my third point is, when 2 atomic orbital of 2 atoms combine to form 2 molecular orbital, One of them has lower energy and greater stability and called bonding molecular orbital, and another with higher energy and lower stability is called antibonding molecular orbital. So this one will have lower energy and higher stability, so this orbital will be called bonding molecular orbital, and this one will having higher energy and lower stability, so this molecular orbital will be called antibonding molecular orbital. Shape of molecular orbital depends upon the shape of combining atomic orbital. Only those atomic orbital can combine to form molecular orbital which have comparable energies and proper orientation. And filling of molecular orbital follows the same rule used for filling of atomic orbital. That means when you are filling electrons in molecular orbital, you must follow Pauli's exclusion principle, Hund's rule, and Aufbau principle. Okay. Now, characteristic of bonding molecular orbital. Probability of finding the electron in the bonding molecular orbital is greater than that of combining atomic orbital, and electron present in the bonding molecular orbital imparts stability to the molecule. When electrons are present in this orbital, this will give stability to the molecule. And characteristic of antibonding molecular orbital. Probability of finding the electron in the antibonding molecular orbital is very less, and electron present in the antibonding molecular orbital imparts instability to the molecule. When there are electrons in antibonding molecular orbital, molecule will be unstable, and when there are electrons in bonding molecular orbital, the molecule will be stable. Now, types of molecular orbital formed. S and S orbital of atomic orbital and another S orbital of atomic orbital can overlap. S orbital of one atomic orbital and p orbital of another atomic orbital can overlap to form molecular orbital. And axial p and p. When axial p and p overlapping means head-on collision. Head-on collision and sigma bond will be formed. And sidewise pp overlapping means sidewise means here one p, another p is here. They will come in this way. So pi bond will form in case of sidewise overlapping, and in case of axial overlapping means one will come in this way, another will come in this way. So here sigma bond will be formed. Now we will see application of molecular orbital theory. First application, stability of molecules in terms of bonding and antibonding electrons. If number of electron in bonding molecular orbital is greater than number of electron in antibonding molecular orbital, then molecule will be stable. And if number of electron in antibonding molecular orbital is greater or equal to number of electron in bonding molecular orbital, then molecule will be unstable. Stability of molecule in terms of bond formation. We can calculate bond order, which is given by half into number of electron in bonding molecular orbital minus number of electron in antibonding molecular orbital. If bond order is positive, then the molecule will be stable, and if bond order is negative or 0, then molecule will be unstable. Nature of bond. When you are calculating bond order, if bond order is found to be 1, then that types of bond will be called your single bond. If bond order is 2, then that will be called double bond, and if bond order is 3, then the bond will be triple bond. And bond strength of triple bond is higher than double bond, which is higher than single bond. So this is the weakest and this is strongest bond. Okay. And the last property, magnetic character. If all the electron in the molecule are paired means they are present in this way, 1 and 2, pairing. And if one electron is present in one orbital, this is called unpaired. And if two electrons is present in one orbital, then they are called paired. Now, if all the electrons in the molecule are paired, it is called diamagnetic. On the other hand, if the molecule has some unpaired electron, it is called paramagnetic molecule. And we can also calculate magnetic moments. Magnetic moments is equal to root over n into n plus 2 bm. Bm means Bohr magneton. This is the unit of magnetic moment. And what is n here? N is number of unpaired electrons. In my next lecture, I will continue atomic and molecular structure. Thank you.